So, here's our list. We've got Down the Rabbit Hole still. We've got Moderate Extremist. We're finished Farron. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, no, let's still use the D6. Never mind. We got 3 left. Cool. So we're just gonna... We don't need the D8. Never mind. I can count. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say 1 and 2 will be Down the Rabbit Hole. Where for Down the Rabbit Hole we have her video about cease and desist to look at, and her emails, and then another video about Steve and KJ. We're gonna do 4 and 5 for Moderate Extremist videos, and then we've got Veda as 3 and 4 for Moderate Extremist, and then 5 and 6 for Veda. All right. My D4s are downstairs. Yeah, I'm sorry. All right. Here's our roll. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. 4. That would be Moderate Extremist. Let's fucking go. So we'll take a look at lies, stories, feelings, and screenshots. I'm going to make sure our speed is normal to start with. Yeah, okay. We're going to start normal speed. We'll see how much we can speed them up in the meantime.
Yeah, I think we're live.
We are live. Okay. Well, here we are again. I didn't think we would be back so soon.
I'm just glad everyone could make it. It's pretty late. All you that are here are troopers.
Definitely.
So, I'm a little behind on the times. How's things going on Twitter? Is everybody getting along?
It's a total dumpster fire as always, but probably a little worse than normal, I would say. Definitely lots of fighting and the same crap going on with the that has been stirred up by the new person that came around not too terribly long ago. Yeah, that person.
Sorry, was I muted when I said that? I said not too long ago. Do you think they're talking about Charla? This was streamed on August 9th. I wonder.
Still putting out lots of lies, tagging everybody, tweeting, and, same old thing. But, maybe a little bit worse. Hey, Tiffany, Madison, Reagan, Kev Chat.
There's Reagan again.
But I don't know. It's crazy. And then of course, there's
for everybody who doesn't know, Moderate Extremist used to be a mod for Unirock.
A fight that's going on very publicly on Twitter right now, and though I'm not being blamed by the two friends, others are, of course, because blame me, why, that's what they do. And it's no matter, I think, and it's a really bad situation to be in, because no matter what I do or say, it's not going to make somebody happy on each side, I guess.
Oh, how much things have fallen, because in December you're sitting here shitting on somebody who's just blatantly demonstrating that somebody else is lying. It's really interesting, because it's fascinating that people are going after you for nothing. Meanwhile, you're in everybody's fucking streams and comment sections fucking attacking people and talking shit. Only to have Veda immediately back up what the person said. Because the person said, hey, I didn't go to all the mods. And you said, fuck you, don't bring me into this. And Veda then confirmed that Veda in the video when she was talking about Sue was lying when she said that Sue went to all those people. Doesn't that embarrass you? No? Okay.
You could say. And or I can't win. It's just a bad place to be.
I got something to say about that. I kind of feel like the entire time I've been on social media around this neck of the woods, I never felt like I wasn't in a situation like that for very much of it. I always feel like I'm in the middle. I don't
Right.
I don't I can recall several times when the two people I was
Maybe that's an issue of the neck of the woods you're deciding to hang out in. Maybe if you don't want to be in the thick of it, you shouldn't be in the thick of them woods. Maybe. But what do I know?
friends with didn't lean on me either way. So I really I was kind of in the middle, but I wasn't. It was their thing. They worked it out or they didn't.
Right.
There's
Well,
some yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
so I was trying to do what I thought was best and kind of
Having Megan on explicitly is definitely not showing what side you may or may not be on. Sure. Well, again, Megan is making accusations on Charla as of August 9th. Hmm.
I don't know, I'm trying to be supportive and I'm trying at the same time trying to stay out of it,
X'd
publicly.
out.
I just don't
If you want to stay out of it, you need to stop being on other people's streams all the time, bitch.
maybe think that that's the best place for it, but I also understand how everybody's feeling on both sides. There's
Oh,
things
yeah.
that both did that
So you admit that you know that this was negatively affecting Charlotte's mental health, but you kept doing what you're doing anyway, and escalated it anyway.
are wrong, and
I'm staying out of this by going onto somebody else's channel and reiterating the same bullshit. That's definitely staying out of it. Yeah, Vagri, what? You don't get that? That doesn't track?
hurt. So
That, that disagreement's between them though.
yeah, it is. But
Yeah?
People talk shit and pick sides, but usually they do it in DMs when members of this
right.
I mean it happens, but this thing being so public just seems strange on its face. Like, why is this a topic of anyone's business other than the two people? Other than if someone leans on, if you get leaned on, like you got to go do this or that, and you've got no beef with the other person. You might not agree with all of the things either one of them said or did. Why do you got to get dragged to one side or the other? Whoever tries to do that, no matter how long they've known this friend, they're putting them in a pretty unfair position, in my opinion. You got to go.
Situational.
You kind of actually have to go with what's right. You just can't go with
Right.
seniority of friendship. You can't go with. You got to go with the situation and.
I agree with that.
It's really not even your business. It's the disagreements between these two. You can have your.
Depends. When things happen, when you work with people, you have to acknowledge the stuff that they're doing because if you don't, it's more problematic. When you have a brand together or a group together, like a drama con, for example, when you have something like that going on, where Megan is clearly very involved with both Farron and Veda and Aaron and Steve, and so when Steve and Veda and Aaron all get into a big tiff with one private lady, and then Megan decides to go on stream with Veda to back up Veda, or you try to use Farron to circumvent a protective order. Now, a lot of this is all now pre protective orders, right? This is before all that, right? So this is like even before those protective orders existed, they were all in cahoots. So this is as of August 9th. Veda and Megan and Aaron and Steve and now Moderate Extremist and Renell were all in cahoots at this point. And then maybe Reagan, this mod here, who's involving themselves, right? Because they're enjoying, and Wolf, I guess, because they're all involving themselves both on Twitter and in the side chat, right? Yes, Modern Extremist was the guy who was carrying water for Veda in the chat of the other videos. Yes, correct. That is this person. Yes. Now, just keeping in mind that this video is from August 9th. So, I guess they've been dragged in.
Got feelings, but why do you have to have anything to say about it when it's shitty to do,
Right.
man?
And because,
Then why are you doing this stream?
because there's a side that is pretty pissed with me. I think that it's fueling and feeding the trolls a little bit. But I guess that's out of my control. There's nothing I can really do about it. But
There's nothing you can do about it.
no. So
It's sad because
yeah,
that
definitely.
person has a reputation of never saying shit about anybody. Threatened you twice today. It's like, Jesus, dude, chill out. You know?
Yeah,
They're
fair
so
enough.
wound up. They've got, like you say, that cheering section behind hers now.
Oh yeah, they're gonna take anybody in like that. And like I said, I get, I get the feelings or whatever, and
Standards?
that there's hurt and all of that. But
Well, it's
I have them sped up right now and they sound like they're speaking normally. I'm gonna do it more.
I don't know. It's just a bad place to be in. But like I adore.
Poor me! I've involved myself in these scenarios and now I'm involved and I have to deal with the consequences of being involved. Let me talk about how not involved I am or want to be on this stream where I'm involving myself.
I adore both, and I have for a long time. But I also think that there's some things that recently happened that were not okay, and I don't know.
Why
like
is this a
I get Veda being
stream?
upset. I really, really do. Like I totally understand, and I know not everybody agrees with how she might handle being upset, but
Really?
that's her decision for how
No.
she handles being upset.
No, 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 no. There's nothing wrong with being upset. The feelings are valid, but people being critical of the way she behaves is exactly what people should be doing if the way she behaves is not acceptable. And then explain why those things are not acceptable. So if people are like, hey, Veda's upset, and she flips the fuck out and starts saying she's going to fucking hack people, that's not acceptable behavior. Or she's going to go on live streams and flip her shit and start screaming obscenities and calling people names and accusing people of crime at the drop of a hat just because she's pissy. Excusing that behavior is enabling that behavior, and saying anybody who says otherwise or questions that behavior is not being fair to her feelings is absolutely completely bullshit. If she was doing this in a bar or at a restaurant and the server gave her the wrong order and she fucking flipped the table and slapped the fucking waiter and started screaming obscenities at the chef, she would get kicked out of the restaurant and probably charged with assault. So if you fucking behave in that manner verbally on the internet, you're gonna get fucking called out for it, because welcome to the fucking internet. What are you, new? Have you never been here before? What do you fucking expect? You don't support your friends being destructive jackasses. Exactly. You're enabling her behavior, which means and this is back in August where you're doing this. And you're still doing it on the stream we just saw, which is from a couple days ago as of this stream.
And I'm not going to judge that. I'm just not. So
yeah, but you cannot judge it and be her friend and not publicly support it and enable it, which is what you're doing. Those are different things. Those are different things. You can be in the background and be like, oh yeah, man, it sucks that you feel that way. You're still being a shitty friend because you're not being like, hey, maybe don't go live when you're so upset, which is what any reasonable friend would tell a friend. I don't think Megan really cares about fucking Veda, because everything she does enables and encourages Veda to make really bad and poor life decisions. At least online that we've seen in the last video we were watching.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Her beef. There's too much of this. Have my back, got your back, all that bullshit. I don't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, I tried to be.
That's really funny.
Last summer.
What did we just watch? That whole thing was we all need to have each other's backs, and the fact that Jesse doesn't, he needs to get publicly dragged for it. Like a cult does. So we've got anybody speaking out against the cult gets excommunicated. You get publicly embarrassed or publicly dragged for not falling in line. You have to agree with whatever is said without question. We have bullying and harassing, shun the disputer. Yeah, right? Disseminating bullshit information. Any other cult tendencies? We gotta make sure that we don't call people out who like, because, or call out people doing the right thing if they don't like Steve. We have to go to bat for Steve. for arbitrary reasons because we're being told that somebody works for Katie Joy, or because they're part of the out group, right? Because if you don't agree with us, therefore it's a us versus them. Oh, didn't we see that in the cult video too? Wow, funny thing that. How convenient that I just recently had somebody on to talk about cults and what a cult is. Weird. Funny how that all just happened to come together. I pat myself on the back a little bit. That was pretty fucking good. I have a question because I wasn't there. Did Jesse say anything when he was in the comments after the other stream? A little bit, but we didn't go over it too much. He was just doubling down on his point.
When I was going through all of my stuff and being severely attacked, even though it kind of seems like deja vu all over again, except maybe not quite as bad, but
severely.
A lot of people, including people very close to me, that did have my back, decided they wanted to step.
See, at this point, I don't actually believe that any of them have been basically harassed about anything at this point. The only person I believe who has been harassed in the past is Steve, but I don't believe he's being harassed now. Because I haven't seen that happening. Maybe I'm just not looking as hard. Maybe, I'm sure there's probably still a couple of the older fucking trolls going after him, but quite frankly, they don't need to. They just sit back and enjoy your fucking popcorn. You're welcome. True friends don't ask for evidence.
And I respected that and understood. And I needed to back down anyway, because you know how it is when you react too much, it just doesn't really get you anywhere anyway. Well, so, but then when it happens to them, they want you to be there and you try, and it seems like you can never do it good enough.
I don't think you're the only person that feels that way. That's the general consensus of being around that neck of the woods, because that's the way, just the way seems to be the case. You know,
why?
And I think I know why part of that is. There's a
good idea. Yeah.
That just is always stirring. And that particular person, it's funny.
Who is it?
An early moderator for somebody that at that time in their streaming career was just ruthless. Ruthless. This dude was ruthless. Like I don't think it was a problem till he wasn't being ruthless to KJ. Then all hell broke loose. And everybody knows who.
No, I don't. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Everything was fine until somebody wasn't ruthless enough with KJ? Who are you talking about? Talking about Reunirock?
This is, but I digress. That person's moderator at that time, his left nut, was Pork Chop. That chick and her bullshit has never changed. I don't even think she'd be a good moderator for him anymore because he doesn't roll that way.
I mean, it just floors me how some of these people, these trolls, like the one you just mentioned, will literally
Who are you talking about? You're going to accuse people of shit, but you're just going to be like, oh, but I didn't mention the name, but we all know who we're talking about. Not mentioning the name and then just saying, you all know who I'm talking about, defeats the purpose of not saying the name. So when people go back later, just say who you're fucking talking about. Oh my god, a cold beer. Please. Please.
Put out anything. Like lies that are just so out there with no proof.
Who?
And it's like just to stir stuff and get attention. And, like a perfect example was saying I was a hacker of Veda's channel when, like I showed the proof. Like, I mean, I laughed so hard that literally my sides were hurting because she, on Twitter now, if you go into your settings, you can make somebody a delegate to manage your account. And that's what Veda has done with me to help her. And
so Megan's a delegate for Veda's account, meaning Veda can see all of Veda's DMs, right? This was the 9th of August. The 9th of August. I believe, if I am not mistaken, there is currently an argument going around about Megan being or not being, and in what way Megan was a delegate for Veda's for Veda's accounts. Well, it seems like as of August 9th, she was. Alright. Well, yeah, at least we cleared that one up. You're welcome.
I showed that, the little screenshot. Not that I had to or owed that to anybody, but I did. And she set all that up. I mean, I barely can get around the social media platforms I'm on. I'm always asking for help. You can ask anybody that I suck at this tech stuff. I suck.
Okay.
I just learned how to, share screenshots and pictures and things right.
You just learned how to crop
taught me that. Yeah, crop. That's what I'm looking for, crop.
Yeah.
So you don't put somebody's, like, your own information and stuff, like, on your computer screen. I learned how to do that recently because I wasn't even doing that correctly. But, so, I mean, thank you for...
So in the past, you've been just showing people's fucking information that you weren't supposed to be showing or shouldn't have been showing up until, like, the past couple of weeks? Oh, alright. Okay.
thinking I'm a hacker, I guess. But no, I was just a delegate on Veda's account because I helped her. I'm not her bodyguard either. I mean, I don't know if that's should be a compliment or not, but
I'm just a delegate and I'm able to get through and look at all of Veda's stuff, but I'm not involved though. Why are you involving me?
not her bodyguard either. She was getting a lot of trolls bothering her, even calling her from 9 different accounts over and over and over again. So she wanted to help. It was getting to be overwhelming. She gets a ton of messages, and so that's
show it then.
Yeah. That was old Porky sitting at Burger King, flinging like a tomato on the window and seeing if it would stick and slide down. And like she picked up a pickle.
So you know that this was pork chop, and you can prove that this was pork chop then. So surely you're going to demonstrate that in this video, right? You're going to demonstrate the accusation? Don't take this personally, moderate extremists, but there is so fucking much lying and bullshit being done about things that did or did not happen. I think it's very important that any claim that gets fucking made at this point, from this point onwards, and this should have been happening beforehand, but there's so much bullshit going on that if anybody makes a claim, you ought to be fucking asking for evidence for it. So how does moderate extremists know for a fact that Pork Chop was sending fucking Veda 9 messages or calls or a bunch of emails? How do you know that? How do you even know that Veda received any of these things?
Just seeing what's going to stick. I mean, it's amazing she didn't eat every single thing, including the cardboard, but I digress. That's all that shit is. You're a hacker. Okay.
I know. Well, and then it's really sad because last time we went live, somebody made a post that whoever was in this chat would be blocked. And that's really sad to do that because I'm sure some people will probably avoid coming because of that kind of thing, which and I know this person has been very vocal about we shouldn't tell people where they should go. That's just ridiculous to do that.
Everybody, I see so many people saying that to people, and everybody tiptoes around or doesn't go to certain channels. But you look at how many people are there, and then you look at how many people are in the chat, and everybody's everywhere. It's stupid. Everybody's everywhere, and everybody knows it. But boy, they'll go out there and get on their high horse.
Right. Well, and then this is just me. Like if
I don't know what the fuck is happening.
I've been close to you, and you come to me and you tell me this person has been lying and hurting you and all of these things, and there's even proof all out there for everybody to see. I'm not going to go run to that person and be their friend. I'm just not going to do that because I want to, it's called trust in your friend, right? So, but again, you have the choice to be friends with whoever you want and do whatever you want. But there's just, I don't know, that comes with that. Have your back.
You can't just do whatever you want. You have to demonstrate things. There are consequences to actions. Trust me, bro, isn't enough anywhere. Not with everything as accessible on the internet now. That's true. This person, how deliberately vague. Exactly. Again, this is from August 9th, and things have only escalated and gotten worse and worse and worse from there. But you're gonna see how Megan from August 9th is basically saying that Megan from December is not behaving in the way that she should be behaving according to Megan from August. But then again, we also know that Megan from August was also still already bullshitting at this point in time because all this stuff had already been happening for months by the time August rolled around. And they admitted that in the beginning. They were like, oh, this stuff's been going on for months. So, ridiculous.
I don't know. It's a weird line.
It's a weird line that people should just be loyal blindly.
Friends with whoever you want and do whatever you want, but there's just I don't know, that comes with that have your back. It's just I don't know. It's a weird line.
It's a weird line, but it's a line I think everybody needs to respect and not exploit because things are getting dicey. There's been a lot of weight put into
that's fair
chats and DMs lately, and I'm sorry, I know when I'm looking at just a very sketchy piece of shit looking screenshot. It's to the point now with the apps and everything else.
Then maybe moderate, as the expert he is claiming that he is, or his plethora of knowledge that he's claiming that he has, should be going through some of these screenshots and debunking them or showing them period. He's throwing his hat in the ring already. They did a video even before this one, so where's your screenshot debunks? You're saying there's fake screenshots and fake DM screenshots out there now. Which ones are you talking about? Which ones are fake? Which ones are real? How do you know? Why are you being vague about a situation that you acknowledge is dicey and you acknowledge is escalating? Why are you throwing fuel on a fire while also claiming you have the water to put it out? Winter says extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Until it becomes obvious that all you do is lie, then every claim requires extraordinary evidence because you perpetuate bullshit. That's a good one. I like that. I want that on a shirt. It's too long for a shirt. Maybe on a mug. Maybe a mug would be good for that one. And in the first half it says extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence until
else that you can use. There's no trusting what you're looking at. You got to know somebody. You don't really. There's certain things you can look at and know it's a piece of, of legitimate evidence. And there's a lot of stuff out there that's bullshit. If you're friends with someone,
Megan of August sounds like a really great anime character name. That sounds like a really great anime title, like Megan of August, and it's this story about like a girl named Megan throughout the month of August, or a bunch of people who are friends with this girl named Megan who like showed up for August on vacation and then left and was never seen or heard from again, and she very much changed everybody's lives. That'd be a great anime or like a great movie. I like it. All right, sorry, go.
Somebody and you think you know them and you can pretty well trust them. You don't need to be playing games right now with, well, I'm gonna look into things and go look at a bunch of bullshit and sit on the fence. That's not having your friends back.
No, and it okay, like with
But what if you look at a bunch of bullshit, find out your friend is lying, and then should you put it forward or should you not put it forward if you find out your friend is lying? Because that's what Jesse did. Jesse heard that their friend was getting up to some shit, went and looked into what was going on, asked their friend and confronted them to say, hey, what the fuck is this shit? Seems like you're full, like, what's going on? Veda flipped out on him, so he made a video demonstrating what he had found, like a reasonable and responsible human being, and then you brought him into a stream where Megan and Farron and Veda fucking shit on the dude for, like, an hour. Yes, she can definitely have a giant robot. In fact, I would advise that Megan of August have a giant robot. Maybe she's the pilot of a giant robot, and the robot's called August. Or a ship. That'd be kind of cool. So now it's a space adventure. Wait, you can't look at the bullshit? The problem is looking at the bullshit, or does he mean believe the bullshit? Okay, I'm giving moderate extremists the benefit of the doubt here, and we'll see if I'm proven to I should not have given that charity. But for now, I'm gonna give the charity because I don't know where this is going. But if to give moderate extremist the most amount of charity, he is saying that you shouldn't leave your friends on read. If your friends come to you saying, hey, there's some shit going on, and you respond with, okay, I'll look into it, and then leave them hanging, that's kind of shitty. Like, that's frustrating, that's really difficult. Now, that might be the decision that the friend makes to, like, ghost the person because they found out the bullshit is bullshit. Like the bullshit is true, and so they ghost the person. Which I can think with somebody as vitriolic as, like, as Veda, for example, can be, I can understand somebody making that decision. And then also choosing not to make that information public. Right? Somebody catch me up so far in 2 words. Everyone dumb. Self-debunk. There you go. There's two sets of 2 words. You don't understand, Chesh. Once you are in a tribe, you serve the tribe with your life and your integrity. You are not allowed to be objective in an environment that demands mandatory loyalty. I don't think it's a tribe anymore. I think we might be getting into culty territory. I didn't get this direction for what he said at all. I really can't follow this on my own, I feel like. Well, I'm also playing it faster, but again, I'm giving him the most amount of charity. If you wanted to, like, view this with less charity, then it sounds like what he would be saying is, if your friend comes to you for help them, period. Don't just say you're gonna go look into shit. Assist them, like, have your friends back in going against whatever they're coming to you with. Right? Which is, you've got to have your friend, that's that loyalty thing that they were talking about. We saw that at play in the Jesse video, in which Modern Extremist was engaging in shitting on Jesse for what he did. Right? Cult is just a tribe with a different name. Yeah. Yeah, I would. Tribe is the overarching umbrella. Cult is one thing under the umbrella. That's fair. I'll agree with that.
There's this person that's come into the community recently. The
Charla.
lies are so outlandish, and this person is just
Which lies? Which person?
putting out things that don't even make sense. I mean, some of the
Such
screenshots
as?
are not even freaking real. You know, some are, some aren't. And which I gotta circle back to one of those in a second, or during the
Which
live
ones
before we
are?
finish.
Which
But
ones
anyway,
aren't?
on a promise that I made. So, but it's just, I don't know. It's crazy, and I.
It's all
Like,
very vague,
supposedly-
isn't
I don't know
it?
if you. I think I told you this one, right? That supposedly we've been accused of being on a phone call with this person and getting a Reddit password, which never freaking happened, and I'm still waiting on the proof of that. Of course, we'll never see it.
I heard about that. I saw the I saw that message go across my notifications, and I couldn't even believe it. Like, I thought it was a joke.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. This person I started out being friends with, you know, trying to be nice to somebody that was new to, I guess, to the community or whatever. We did have a rocky start in Beta's chat, and but I was just correcting the person to be respectful in the chat that night because the person was being a little rude. I did just lose my mom, so I did go to her and say, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, blah blah blah.
So Megan is admitting to going into somebody's DMs and being friends with them and then flipping on them later. Isn't there an accusation that Megan got a lot of information out of Charla that was used against Charla in live streams later? Isn't that one of the prevailing things floating around right now? And she just described exactly how and why she did it. So, and if you wanted to be like really skeptical, like if you wanted to be really, really cynical about this, you could be like, what did she say?
Rude. I did just lose my mom, so I.
If you wanted to be really cynical, you could be like, so you used the fact that you lost your mom in DMs with an individual to get in good with them. And when you got in good with them and got information from them, you then passed it to other people to be weaponized in streams against them. Like, that's fucked up. Now, maybe that wasn't her initial intention. Maybe that's not what the plan was. But the plan, even if it wasn't initially the plan, it sure is what the result was at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you got in good with somebody and then took their information and fucking now there's streams, there were streams upon streams upon streams upon streams. Now there's ROs and TROs all over the fucking place. What the fuck? Yeah, you don't need to have screenshots for fucking everything all the time, right? If you're just complaining about shit in general, right? Right? If you're just complaining about shit in general and it's stuff that's like relatively common knowledge, sure. So if I say like, yeah, Trump lied about toilet bathroom paperwork, everybody kind of knows what I'm talking about. That's pretty general. But if I'm making specifically vague claims that a person did a thing, then I should probably be backing that up in that conversation. I should probably be specific about what I'm talking about. And if I'm not being specific, it means I'm not being specific for a reason. And I think it's reasonable, especially since this is in August, that there's a reason why Megan is being vague on purpose. She's being specifically vague for a reason. Why? Why are you being vague? And I think that's a reasonable question.
Did go to her and say, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, blah, 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 you know, all that stuff. And we started out okay talking like she did with everybody. And I even defended her on Reddit.
Wow.
With some
She was
women
really a
that
reasonable
she was having
person.
issues with, but come to find
Wonder
out
what
those
happened.
were all lies too. And but anyway, I did it because I thought I was doing the right thing by helping somebody new. And then it got to be, oh, but this person's doing that. Oh, but this person. And it started to be really good people that have been in the community for a long time that have never been in anything like this or get involved in drama.
Like who?
Anybody. So then it was like raising some red flags. And then the people who I'm closest to started getting turned on.
Okay, but who are the good people that didn't do anything that this person started accusing? Where? What did she say? What did they accuse them of? Again, this is just perpetuating fucking bullshit that you say you don't want to be involved in. Why is this a stream and not a call between the two of you? If you want to back each other up, why is this public? Why is this a video that exists?
On or kicked out of the group and this, that, and the other. And then the whole driver's license thing, as you know, which I did not ask for, it just got sent. And then when I had already said she was real twice, and you know how the story goes.
There's so much to right there just to touch on. Like, first off, you never got the right. Your right was taken away to say no. I don't want that. Don't show me that. Don't show me
Right.
that. I don't want anything. She took
That's not how that works, but okay.
that away. When Tina said that, that was genius. That was the best
It
way.
was.
Tina!
Exactly.
Oh! Huh. Tina again! Interesting. Talking about it, sharing details. That's fascinating. Who could have seen that name coming up? How interesting.
The other thing, she came around. I didn't know her from Adam. You mentioned when she was getting her ass kicked on Reddit. I went in there and gave her a hand because I didn't know.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like she had walked into the jungle there. It was just,
So you guys had no vetting process about whether or not this person that you're talking about was on the up and up, and then you just jumped on board to, like, get this person's back that you knew nothing about, didn't know from Adam, like you said, and now because you didn't like the way things panned out, that's her fault? Is that how that works? Because you didn't have a good vetting system? Because you just jumped on board with whatever somebody was saying? That's interesting. That's an interesting admission. Maybe you should have a vetting system in place. And, like, not just run with whatever bullshit comes across your lap.
whooped on. So I felt bad. I'll just get right to it. A week later, she sends me a DM telling me,
There you go. I banned you since you said we're delusional. Bye-bye.
Oh, that chick?
Yeah.
Oh, what did it say? I put
Say we're delusional. Another cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh my God.
Somebody said in the live chat that they were delusional, but we couldn't see it because it was banned. Okay.
That one there saying we're delusional.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who was
We're
it?
doing the Thelma and Louise I thought we might be doing earlier today. I got a few things to
Get
say
closer.
to Christola. That fucking, I just don't even, where do I start? I put a pin in that. I'm going back to what I was talking about. Then I get a DM from the Charlotte chick saying, you know what they did? They actually impersonated me. That was never even me on Reddit. Like, no, that was you. I know that.
Yikes. A little bit of potential slur going on in the live chat, but, maybe.
That was you. The same night that went down was the same night I was told I was going to get a follow request on my Twitter from you, and then I got it. So no, it was you. Don't even try that. I know why even try that. She didn't say anything on Reddit that was all that bad. She must have deleted something that I didn't see that was incriminating, because come to find out, the people that were giving her hell, she had deserved it. Anyway, I knew she was a liar, and I knew she was doing some shady stuff when that went down. And I just figured, well, if she's that scattered, everyone's going to pick up. And I kind of forgot about her. The next thing I know, I turn around, she's got everybody on the platform wigging out, just losing their mind. I can't even believe it. I'm like, I don't know. Whatever. I lost all, credibility.
So, Modder's Extremist is accusing Megan, Veda, Farron, Aaron, and Steve of wigging out over this. Okay, sure. They were shook. That's fair. We need a red thread board to clarify and demonstrate the connection in every clue with a conspiracy group like this. It helps to be thorough. Actually, I was considering making like a connective dot thing, but it would be such like a big fucking. That's part of what we're doing here is sussing out who's working with who and what's going on with whom. If this wasn't in October, I think it might have been I think spooks might have been racial. This was not in October. This was in August. Streamed live in August. Yeah, that may or may not be a racial slur. I don't know. Nobody said anything about it. And I don't have enough context to make that discernment. Because I don't know who they hid, and I don't know what the fuck it's about. So... Maybe not.
He's been dwindling with me, with people on the platform, as it were before this. And now I see back and I see like alliances forming between Charlotte and her two new best buds. I won't say what are their names, but Porky and Charlotte and their third compadre.
And the other that's only been a troll for the entire time that she's ever existed in the community.
oh, well, there's a trio too right there, right? If that's
yeah.
Funny. Yo, boy, it seems like they come in threes, even in trolling. I can't
yeah,
even,
but the thing is, they're all using each other, and they're going to do the same things to each other that they did to everybody else. So that'll be fun for them, won't it? But anyway, so yeah, but the whole Reddit thing, we thought we were helping somebody, and now it's been thrown. Well, they helped me on Reddit. Yeah, we did. And when you kept wanting us to attack people and good people, and every day it was somebody new that you kept saying.
I don't think they're talking about us, Manya. This is in August.
Was against you or did this and that and the other. Somebody didn't call you back right away, or you got left out of this interview, or what. It was always something.
Misrepresenting what Charla's issue was is perpetuating the problem you're strawmanning the issue the same way they strawmanned what Jesse's issue was. The issue that Charla was having is people are putting out her information as a private person that she doesn't want out. Her issue was that people were calling her psycho and crazy and usually trying to weaponize her mental health issues and trying to throw those around and like degrade her for her trauma that she has. So these are issues that are reasonable to have, not somebody didn't call me back. Why was she so desperate to get a hold of somebody? Was it because her private information or her information was getting dragged into the public where she didn't want it? Could that be why?
So
you got a DM that was like, "Come have my back against Aaron" or some shit. Like
yeah, and
that,
I'm
right?
like, no, I
Where?
everybody not got the memo that I love Aaron and I'm
Show me the DM that Megan got of Charla asking Megan to turn on Aaron on her behalf. Show me that. Show me where that DM is.
very loyal to her. I'm her mod. I care about her. I've been with her for like 2 years almost or so, modding for her.
Oh.
And she's been good to me.
So Megan, super wrapped up with Aaron and on Farron and Nikki's, or Farron and Veda's streams all the time. Oh, funny, it's almost like they're all one big fucking group. It's almost like they're all saying they're one big fucking group. How bizarre. How
And I think she's a
strange.
good person, so you could come at me with whatever you want. It's not going to work. I'm not going to do anything to go against her, you know?
I know.
I don't care if she kicks puppies. I don't care if she murdered a child. It doesn't matter. Come at me with anything. I don't care if she's a fucking liar. I'll defend her no matter what. Ride or die. This is a ride or die situation, and you know that's never good. I'll give your life for the company. We love the company. The company. We love the company.
I don't understand why anyone's humoring this nonsense. I do understand.
Yeah,
It
good.
disgusts me, and I'm so sick of it.
Really? Does it? Then why are you engaging in it? Because, I mean, let's say this is your first soiree, right? Let's say that like August is your first soiree. But then you've got another video over here, and then you were in the live chat over here, engaging and being a part of it, and doing it more and more and more. What are you talking about?
I just don't have the patience for it, and it's not.
It disgusts you?
At this moment.
Then
Yeah.
why are you doing it?
Remember, it was just last summer when I got the ultimatum of I can remain a mod for her or be friends with those other two yo-yos. And so, you know what I picked? It was to walk away from the friends because, well, I just don't think friends should do that to you.
I don't think you walk away.
You were friends with people and you chose to being a moderator for Aaron despite everything and gave up your friendships. Wasn't that something that was part of the cult list? Was changing and losing and being separated from people and relationships and friend groups part of that cult list? Was that not? I think we've ticked like all the boxes, have we not?
Away from any friends. I think you walked away from a trio of controlling, manipulative people.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, because your friends weren't really your friends. They were just out to get you. They were actually just that's gaslighting. How do you know? What do you know about their relationships and their private messages? Do you guys share that? Do you have that information? And if you're gonna make those accusations, moderate, can you back that up? Because I don't know who you're fucking talking about. So who are you talking about?
I think you actually have found friends since then. God forbid you made any friends when you were friends with them because you weren't allowed to. You weren't allowed to go on the stream. You weren't allowed to ask for any help. You weren't allowed to do this. You weren't allowed to do that. And by the way, if you follow all my rules for the next 15 years, I'll send you a box that I melted wax on. You know what? Fuck off and shove your box up your ass, bitch. Sorry.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, well, anyway, so where were we with that stuff with the Reddit and everything and Charlotte? But yeah, you know, I posted that she was
Renelle as well, and Tina has come up as well. We've also got a question mark around Reagan. We've also got a couple of well, we got Black Wolf as well. Oh, and Rabbit Hole, who showed up a couple of times. Don't forget Love Bombing, yes, which is what Megan just said she did to Charla.
real person. I don't know why the woman needed to be validated so much. But
gee, I wonder.
I see that whoever she turns on, she can't let it go. She's obsessed, and she will keep going at you. I hope it all stops. Like,
so
I'm not looking.
You're accusing Charla of being obsessed, and that she turns on people and goes at you forever. Okay.
That shit anymore. I don't care what she says. I don't care what screenshots are put out by any of these dumbasses.
I don't care about any of the evidence. I don't care to show any myself. I have this opinion. I'm stating it as if it is a fact, and I could care less what anybody has to say because I'm going to ride or die. Then perish. Oh, case file full of all the people involved. Where's your yarn and push pins? I really want to get a cork board, and I don't have a cork board. I need a cork board. Elliot's Web, welcome. This is what this group has always done. Which group? Which one are you talking about? The one we're discussing today and kind of demonstrating how they're all connected, or that they're all connected, I should say. That group, the Steve and Megan and Veda and Aaron and Farron and anti-KJ. So I have seen that there's like there's two sides of anti-KJ from what I can tell. There's people who are reasonable and don't like KJ for, like, you know, the obvious reasons why someone might not like KJ. Then there's people like fucking Steve at this point and Aaron, and sadly, I saw Suzanne engaging in this, and KJ is a liar who's also in the Charlotte harassment screenshot. She's in there, or they're in there, that are mad about KJ getting cereal dispensers, which is fucking insane. So, like, there's one side that is, like, I think there is reasonable criticism of Katie Joy that goes on. The subreddit, from what I'm seeing, seems to be pretty reasonable for the most part, but not all, that's for sure. But yeah, no, at this point, I think that Elliot's. Have you happened to see my video with a bit of an expert who's been studying cults at all? Because I'll link it for you, because I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me just, I'd love to hear all of your thoughts on this. So if you guys watch this video, this live stream, it's only an hour long. Yeah, if please go watch this live stream, and please let me know if this live stream, like, if there's anything that is in that live stream that is applicable to what we're seeing here. I would love to hear your guys' opinions. Feel free to leave them in the comment section of that live stream, or leave them for me somewhere else. I would really love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Steve, Aaron, Farron, Brittany, which is Veda, Megan, moderate extremist, Tina, Renelle, Reagan, down the rabbit hole. Yes, I think so, yeah, pretty much. A list of people working together against Charla, and the list is getting longer. Yeah, the list is getting longer as we're going here. Didn't you say they're mad because someone bought a cereal dispenser? Oh, did you say they were mad because... Yes. KJ's husband gifted KJ a cereal dispenser, and people were fucking losing their minds about it. It was too cheap, it was too expensive, oh my god, why would you need this, blah 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 blah. It was fucking weird and nuts. She also said that she ate cereal when she was pregnant with Vaughn, with her kid, and that's why she was... And like her craving was Captain Crunch, and people were going so far as to say that because she ate Captain Crunch, that's why her child has so many medical issues. And I'm like, that's fucked up. And also, how are you gonna demonstrate that? What the fuck? Unacceptable. But you don't see a single one of these people talking about that fucking shit. I agree, they're obsessed with Without a Crystal Ball, private and sensitive areas like child and car and makeup. Yeah. I've had a few drinks, excuse me. Oh yeah, if you want, I'll pull it up another time. I've talked about it before, but I'll pull it up later if you remind me. I can show you. I don't make these fucking claims based on fucking nothing. I can go find it. Hold on, I think I have it in... I think I posted it in Discord, because I was like, what the fuck? Type of content that reporter puts out for a business. Oh my god, she ate Captain Crunch. Then we've got this, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing. KJ obviously has been drinking because she wants to fight in subs about pregnant cravings and Captain Crunch. The screenshots say shit like this. How unhealthy, cereal, it was my nighttime snack when I was pregnant. I had a high-risk pregnancy, blah, 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 blah. Don't shame me for a pregnancy craving. Making excuses for unhealthy choices. What about the health of your unborn baby? Yada, yada, etc., etc. There's more. I'm not going to show you all of them right now. Then we got, people being mad about fucking cereal dispensers. He knows, her love of alcohol. That looks like some nutritious cereal in there. I mean, it kind of looks like Cocoa Puffs, but whatever. Then there's, like, big spender, $39 or $29. But they're then also were, like, saying that she's gonna use it for wine, which is, okay, fucking whatever. And, like, they every single thing. Anything to fucking just, it's fucking, it's yiko psycho. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's super, it's, like, this is not okay. Because they also say that she either spends not enough money or too much money. It's like, it doesn't matter. Those valves are not for liquid. Yeah, that liquid isn't gonna stay in that. Captain Crunch was part of a balanced breakfast. Was I lied to? Yeah, it's the unbalanced part of the balanced breakfast. The areas they obsess about are ridiculous. She actually treated her mods well. It was Katie's choice, rereading, so, oh yeah. That's a whole other thing. I'm not here to defend Katie Joy. I don't think she needs my help. I also don't think she deserves my help, quite frankly. I'm not a fan of Katie Joy and the way she conducts herself on the internet, but that doesn't mean that I think it's appropriate to fucking say she can't eat Captain Crunch when she's pregnant, because it's, like, because she's not considering the health of the baby. That's fucked up. Like, that's super fucked up. If you're gonna pick on somebody, pick on them for fucking legitimate reasons. Don't do shit like that. Shit like that's not cool. Cult-like level of hatred. It's weird, it's personal, and it's evil. Eh. Anyway, I digress. Back to business.
I'm just over it.
Like I said, they're all so busy calling out, like picking on Charla, that none of them are ever going to, like, you know, curtail their own group.
Half the shit they put out is
because as long as it's against Katie, it's justified, right? Which is, again, one of the ticks on the cult calendar.
Out of context, chopped up, or fake. You know what I mean? And the few real
Which
ones are no big deal.
How? Show.
You know what I mean?
Tell Elmo.
So what? Oh, it shows me it shows that we were friends at one time. Big deal.
Well, when you take things out of context and make up your own and rewrite history.
So now, if you're friends with somebody and then you fucking take their private information and disseminate it to people so it can get used in live streams, that's okay. But what Jesse did isn't okay. But you should also be friends and have each other back no matter what's going on. What the fuck? I could write a new statement based on this live stream. Like the stream here, yeah. She gave birth on a year where solar flares were active higher than usual. Fucking abusive mother. That's funny.
Doesn't matter what you say, Megan. There's too much bias. And I've said this for years.
It doesn't matter what she says. It's never mattered what she said unless she's demonstrably lying. What matters is if she can show and demonstrate what she said. And I feel like Moderate, I've talked to Moderate before, and he's been relatively reasonable for the most part. Like, I didn't have any issues with this dude. But this reeks of bias to me, and reeks of projection to me. Like, why is Moderate not holding Megan to account in August when this shit had been going on for months? Right? Months this shit had been going on. At the end of August, which this is August 9th, a couple, like, weeks later is when all the TRO started, and I'm not sure at this point if the cease and desists have gone out. Actually, hold on, I might be able to know that. At least one of them. August 20th, the cease and desists. So she might have, so down the rabbit hole got a cease and desist. And this came out, oh, country girl Brenda, wait a minute, that was the moderator that they were highlighting in this video over here. This one. Was she a moderator or a member? Hold on. Moderator. Oh. Oh. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. Okay.
Like this to even win an argument with people. Known liars, you can't win an argument with a known liar. And you can't win an argument with somebody.
A known
The
liar.
facts of the situation
Yes,
are
you
in
can.
reality so bad they can't go on. Seems like there's a lot of people.
Then why would, if you can't win an argument with a known liar, why would anybody debate flat earthers? Ever. Remember, kids, this is all because they couldn't post what they wanted on a Facebook group page, right?
Maybe they should get the fuck off these platforms. Again,
Right.
you know, not trying to be a dick, but you're not responsible for any of these people's triggers. Period.
No.
And you're not
And
out
of
here
course,
troll.
right. And of course, you know, she had asked me, you know, like who the trolls were to stay away from. So I gave her a list. Oh well, you know. Other people
like
have
lists.
done stuff. I like lists too. Other people have put together lists. There's one list that's my favorite. I won't, you know, say anything about it. But
I'm making a list right now of all the people that are fucking inside of this clusterfuck. Yeah.
it's the best list ever made.
It's the best
still
list
stand by-
ever
I stand by
made.
that list. It's so accurate, and I pretty much tried to, you know, remember that list, but I accidentally, because me and autocorrect and typos are just something that happens on a daily basis all the time. I was trying to say one P name and another P name came out and messed up, but that P name that I did put has never done anything, has never been two-faced or whatever. That was my mess up on there. I should have proofread the damn thing, but it is what it is. So
Yeah, if you're going to be working on what you consider a important document to help somebody out and there's confusion, or you should double check it. But if you make a mistake, that's fine. Just be like, oh, whoops, I made a mistake. Sorry about that. Move on. Right? Not wait until way after the fact and it's blown the fuck up.
but that person has never done anything wrong. So
Who are you talking about? You're not even willing to drop the name of the person who hasn't done anything.
but the other P name has.
Lies of P!
even wanna know
The
what it is.
lies of P!
Oh yeah, you no, you know.
Yeah. I think that there's a lot of people that
Have a good night,
tried
Elliot.
to be friends with Charlotte. Shared information with her. He tried to give her a heads up.
Hey, there's the name drop. They're talking about Charla. They've been talking about Charla the whole fucking time. They've been making accusations about Charla the whole fucking time. There you go. See, was that so hard?
People that could cause her problems and issues. And your thanks was getting that posted. But whatever. I'd like to have that list. Make sure I've got all those people blocked. And I'd like to post I wish I had the other list handy. The original list. You know what? You could call it an OG list. And an OG made a list of people that should be avoided. And I wish I had it. I'd put it on the screen right now.
Yeah.
You mean you're capable of screen sharing shit and you're choosing not to screen share any of the shit for the accusations you're making? Alright.
And then, you know, the other thing that's going to happen, and I mean, I know I have no control over it, is because of this fight that's going on or whatever, and because I didn't do what, you know, exactly, like I said, there's no winning in that situation. I don't think I'm going to make either side completely happy, but since I didn't do exactly what one side wanted me to, I'm going to be punished for it now. So, what can you do?
You mean like Jesse being punished by you and Farron and Veda on stream? Like that? Like the way you guys have been punishing Charla for not doing things exactly in the way that you wanted her to do on a Facebook group? Like that? The cult has a list of disruptive people, you know, like Scientology. What? You don't say. Weird. Oh, Manya said the exact same thing I did.
I don't know. I don't think that's... Yeah, I think you can add those people to your blacklist, and they can shove their punishment up their ass. That's what I think you can do.
Right. And then,
What punishment?
you know, the
How are you
trolls
being punished?
or already have jumped on it like it's, you know,
How has Charla punished you, Megan, personally? What has happened? What punishment? What are you talking about? Who's punishing you? In what way?
they got a Christmas present or something, but
Well,
doesn't mean I don't love the person, care about the person, and it doesn't make me a bad friend. I'm trying to also just do what's best because, I mean, but prior to this, things were already pretty icky.
It's okay, Megan. There's lots of things that make you a bad friend. Enabling your friend's shitty behavior on the internet is one of them.
And all that kind of stuff. So yeah, exactly, Heather. I got to make myself happy too. You know, got to look out for myself. I mean, I had one of the worst panic attacks today. I hadn't even get to tell you about this yet because, you know, you've been working and stuff today. But I had one of the worst panic attacks today in the freaking grocery store that I've ever had in such a long time. The people that were working in the back were wanting to call an ambulance, and I wouldn't let them. But I think it's just a mixture of everything that's going on. I've got stuff going on in my real life, as you know, and then I've just still not completely like I'm still not like it hasn't hit me all the way that my mom passed away, and I haven't like still had time to really just grieve, and I have like a lot of stuff going on in real life, and then all of this stuff. I mean, it can take a toll on you. So after
I felt better. They brought me some water.
Didn't moderate extremists just explain that your trauma and triggers are not other people's problems? Then why are you making your triggers and real life issues the responsibility of other people? Hello? Are you gonna pick up on that one? You gonna get pushback on that? You don't think that maybe the thing you said 2 minutes ago completely undermines the thing you're letting happen now? It's Megan's responsibility to take care of Megan's mental health, the same way it's Charlotte's responsibility to take care of Charlotte's mental health. There are people that have stepped away sometimes because they need to. There are people who come and go as they please, as they are welcome to do so. But you people fucking sit around and complain that they take a step away, but it's okay for you. Fuck off. Come on. Why are you grieving on the internet and making the internet responsible for it? Right? Right? I've never heard so much whining and complaining in my life. Jesus H. Christ. It's not my fault and it's super not my responsibility. Ooh. Right? This is fucking some abusive fucking shit what I'm listening to right now. This is the kind of shit. This is Darvo. This is fucking Darvo. Oh my god, please go watch the video. Please go watch this discussion video. Please go watch this. Please, I beg of you. If you're watching this on YouTube in the future, I put it in the link down below. Please watch it. Tell me what you think.
And hides went away and all that kind of stuff. I talked to my sponsor, because I always do that when I feel in one of those spots. And, she was like, tell me what's going on. Like, what's going on right now? And so I'm sitting here trying to explain this stuff. And she said, are you listening to yourself? And I said, yeah. She said, say it again. And I said, say what again? She said, say the part that you're stressed out over people on the internet. Say it again. And I did. And she said, right there. And it just hit. And I was just like, oh my God, you're right. This is stupid.
Then why are you here doing this stream right now? You're on the internet. Clearly you didn't listen to your sponsor. Why didn't you listen? Vagary says, like, I've done the thing where I was in a foul mood shit and was going on, and I had to, like, apologize and explain that, yeah, I have this thing going on, but I still shouldn't have reacted that way, and yet, yes, everybody, that's some people that happens more to, some people do it less often, but it's something that happens to pretty much everybody. Sometimes you get in a funk, and you're in a mood, and you don't realize that you're in a mood until it kind of, like, bubbles over, and, like, that's a thing that happens, that's fine. But you know what it doesn't do? It doesn't implode into a fucking legal battles. She's still going on about this. This is from August. It's December. And this had been going on months before this, like they both said. Sorry, I'm yelling a little too much. I'll try to break down.
She's like, these are people on the internet. She's trying to make me see that it's just the internet.
Well,
but it's also still people. And they're real lives and they're real issues. Only your issues matter, though, apparently.
On that, I've got two schools of thoughts, and I fight between them. The first one is what she just said, and I'm learning to apply that to people that make my internet experience unpleasant. The other school of thought is I've met some pretty cool people, and I like them, and I do consider them friends. That's where the rub is. If I could just close the tab and never look back, piece of cake. And I think your sponsor probably thinks it's that simple, and it's obviously not, or you and I both would have already done it.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. But I mean, I do have my people that I adore and I'm really close to, and people I look up to, and value their advice.
That's it. That's your pushback for why aren't you doing the things. Doesn't Moderate care about Megan? That's why they're here, right? That's why they're having this conversation. I still don't know why this is a public conversation. This sounds like a conversation that should have happened, in private. But that's all you're gonna say to her? You're not gonna be like, hey, maybe you should take a step back. And I understand it's not that simple and that's gonna be hard. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't do this. Maybe we just take a break. What he's doing instead is he's coddling it. He's enabling it. He's like, yeah, I understand that it's not that easy to just step away from, thus giving her a reason to continue doing it instead. Winter says, I've stepped away as well. You can't live terminally online. You have to engage with reality outside of the computer, learn how real conversations work. The internet can and will overwhelm you if you don't engage with it properly. Yeah, it's a matter of balance, right? The internet is real life ostensibly at this point. COVID really blurred those lines as if they weren't starting to blur in the first place. But you still need to go out and have real life relationships and like in-person conversations and exist outside of just the box that you guys are looking at. And you also have to keep in mind that the box you're looking at and the person that exists on the other side of it aren't necessarily the same person. Not exactly, and almost never will be a one-to-one. But some people are more about playing characters and some people are less, and that's another conversation. I gave Moderate a chance on my live stream to step away from this bullshit, and now I'm wondering if he ever even wanted to go away from this bullshit and abusive people. I mean, it sounds, he is 100% enabling Megan right now. 100% enabling Megan. So how you decide to view that in his interactions now that we've seen in December in side chat, and how we know that he's been involved since prior to August 9th, according to him here, how much you think that he's enabling and kind of egging on the entire situation, I don't know. We also haven't watched the other video yet, so we'll see. Sar said they don't have private conversations. All conversations are public, and then they wonder how people found information, right? I reject the idea that there's a real life and an internet life. I always considered that whole thing bullshit. Discussion for another day. I follow with what you're saying. I don't entirely disagree with you. I just think there's a little more nuance to it than that. I miss when the internet was a wild, anonymous playground. Oh, you just have to be on the right websites for that. You can still have that. You just got to be in the right places. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all being like vanilla internet. Reddit being one more subset down, and you can find places. You can hang out on internet forums. There are still forums that exist that are stuff like that. Anyway,
things like that on here. But yeah, that's the thing. I think I just care, and I don't know. It's just
I just
maybe I
care too much.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it all out.
Called it. I care too much. That's why I spend all my time shitting on everybody.
I don't think that's anything you wake up figured out.
She cares about the company, guys.
You have to snap your fingers and know where you're going to go especially after everything that's transpired in the last couple of months in your life. For this to even interfere, your sponsor makes a good point.
Yeah, I mean, there's, like I said, there's people who, I think they're really good people around here too. I mean, believe me, there's a lot of bad apples, but there's some really good people that I'm so grateful that I met and have gotten to know and gotten close to, and I wouldn't want to take that back at all. So I think I just need to.
Anybody who thinks there's close to Megan should probably take a double look at this stream and what she just admitted that she does to people, and maybe reconsider their position.
Find a better balance again, and take a step back, and of course, I got to quit reacting, and I know that's my downfall, where I let things get to me too easy. It's a work in progress, believe me.
She gonna say she's an empath while she's at it?
Some weeks I do really good with it, and others I don't.
We didn't grow up with it. I won't curse you with the boomer title, but I think the generations that grew up with social media are almost better at finding that balance sometimes. Not always, but sometimes, because they grew up with it. But yeah,
right.
Well, there are definitely studies about that might say otherwise.
Yeah, when I know that it's starting to really, that's with anything, though, really affect me, kind of like how I was feeling today. I know it's time to do something different, because I have to, I'm in recovery. I don't want to go back down this dark road again, and I know that can happen just like that. So that's another reason I'm being really careful with this other situation, because yesterday I was a mess over it, a complete mess. You can ask Veda, Madison, Reagan, I was a mess.
I remember.
Yeah.
You were. Yeah.
Veda, Madison, Reagan, Moderate. Okay, so add Madison to the list of names of people that are all intrinsically interconnected. And if I remember correctly, hold on one second here, let me just double check. I'm not sure which one Madison is. I guess we're gonna have to keep an eye out for somebody named Madison involving themselves. Instead of resolving whatever issue they had, they used it for content and made it worse. Now they're mad that other people are talking about it. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Tiffany, she knew. Heather, I was a complete mess.
Tiffany and Heather.
I have to be careful.
I know.
I'm pretty sure I've heard all of those names as names of viewers. So it might seem like we're back into that toxic parasocial relationship of viewers being friends and things like that.
I think that I'll just say this on air. I think I'm too close to the situation to have any other reaction than I wanted to snap at you. Like I just wanted to snap at you. Why didn't you close the damn tab? Why are you this upset? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't, of course, but
Oh, there's Heather.
I wasn't so much mad at you as I was.
There's Madison.
No, I was ticked at you too. It's like, why are you reading that? Why are you doing this to yourself?
It's awfully convenient that the people she trusts and believes are good people that she's met just all happen to be in the side chat right now. Funny thing that.
Then I think, well, you've done it. I've done it, and I haven't gone out there and gone and ran 16 miles and worked out like Dave Goggins when I read negative comments about myself. I don't think everyone can do that. But if they could, there'd be a lot of people that would knock your teeth out there. But
right.
At any rate,
we have a question in the chat that I didn't want it to go too far up and forget about it. But Madison, Kev was asking, how do I find Madison, please? I think y'all been having a good talk in the chat. So I didn't know if maybe how y'all can maybe figure out how y'all could another place y'all could talk or something if that's what y'all are aiming
Tiffany,
towards, where you could tell Kev how to get in touch with you. But if you need me to send some,
Tiffany is another mod. Funny that
I can. Anyway,
I missed. There used to be a message system on YouTube.
Yes, there did. It was great.
Oh, like
yeah, like you could message people if they had an account, they could chat.
I want them to bring that back.
Yeah,
they got rid of it when Google, even before Google took over, I think. But yeah, it was kind of handy.
Right. Yeah, I think on Facebook is the best bet for Madison to be reached. So we can try to figure all that out. And I know you might know how to get in touch with Kev, right, Mod? So we can.
No, not actually. No, I don't.
Okay. Well, maybe they can hopefully look each other up on Facebook. But anyway, yeah. No, what I do is I always pop out the chat so that way I can kind of keep an eye on it. I'm not always the best at keeping up with it while I'm up here talking, but I try. So.
Yeah, I think the YouTube messaging was prior to Google Plus trying to push Google Plus so much, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to double check.
But yeah, it's gonna probably be rough for a little while. I'm just I've got everybody blocked that needs to be blocked, and
oh yeah.
I know we don't all have to like each other, and
that's what blocking to remove yourself from the situation doesn't really work very well if you ignore those blocks and look at what everybody has to say anyway, so you can talk shit about them on other channels, right? Like that's not taking a step back from the scenario just because you have them blocked, and if you do the work to go around it, even if they block you.
That's what I don't get. Like, I don't know. But as far as that other crazy person, I just hope that eventually dies down. It doesn't really look like it's going to.
Charla?
But it could
be like, no, that was a death wish. I heard that other person is dying.
No, I don't want anybody to die. No, thank you.
Don't explain to me. I think that everyone that I didn't mean to interrupt you, and I'll let you say what you were going to say. But
oh no, you're fine.
Everyone that knows you already knows what you're about to say. And as far as explaining yourself to any of the people running these narratives, any of the trolls out there that are talking shit, they don't deserve an explanation. You sound really good tonight. I think you're about 3 weeks away from a real moderate extremist, fuck everyone attitude. And it'll suit you well, really.
Yeah. Well, and there's this thing, one of the things that they're saying is that I pretend like I'm shy and sweet. I've never pretended on anything. I've never pretended to be sweet or shy. I'm just being myself every day. I'm just being myself. And I am shy when I meet new people or in a big group of people. And when I get to know you, of course, I'm more comfortable and I'll be more talkative, that kind of thing. I've never put on any kind of front at all for any of that. I'm just myself. I don't either, but it's something that some of the people like to say that,
No, you're misunderstanding the criticism. The criticism is that people think you're not being authentic. In general, they think you're a backstabber. They think that you go into people's DMs or you blow smoke up people's asses. They think you're two-faced. The same way Aaron is. Demonstratively, we've already demonstrated that Aaron is. That people think you're a snake. For example. I'm just a backstabbing bitch. What did you expect? That's the criticism you're getting. Just so you're clear.
Have decided to.
We can see it with the way you treated Jesse.
Make it their mission to hate on me. You know who I'm talking about.
I do. It's dumb though. Like anyone that was around.
You can actually see it as well with how you treated Susie or Sue in the comment in Farron's comment section, which we also just looked at.
You've been around for a couple few years.
Yes, in 2019, around the community, right?
And we bumped into each other in chats and stuff, and I've seen comments you've left. I've seen you lay into people. I've seen you tell people to F off. And you never gave off this Mary Poppins, oh so sweet.
No, I wasn't trying to, I mean, I'm just myself, and that's it. When I first came around, of course, I had a lot more, I suffer with social anxiety.
Guys, that's just the way she is.
Anyway, but it's gotten better, and actually going on live really helped me with that. That's why I first started to do it, was to try to help with that, and it really did. And I have good days and bad days with it still, but I've never pretended to be one way or the other. I'm just myself, and that's it. And I try to be kind to everybody, of course, and if
that's not true.
To take up for myself or something, or somebody's, there might be instances where I lose my temper or things like that, but whatever. I'm not perfect.
But whatever.
Mistakes through all of this.
I'm not going to apologize. It just is what it is. It's just all natural that way. It's just the way it is. That's just the way I am.
For the few years, I'm not saying I haven't done things wrong or said things wrong. Hell, I was just saying I messed up on somebody's name. I messed up, and upset somebody. And then, I own that stupid freaking screenshot. So, and then there's other things, they say that I go around and say I never do anything. I do things. I'm not perfect.
I do things.
But,
But you're not sorry for any of them.
The ones they want to.
I'm not sorry for any of those things. I just do them. It's just the way I am. You just need to accept it the way it is. I'm just going to gaslight you into you're actually the bad person for not accepting me or criticizing me for the way I am for my bad behavior. Moderate, you're going to push back on any of this?
I'm their new hate.
No, apparently self-improvement is being dishonest. That's the implication.
Hate, especially those three. They seem to get fixated on one person to hate, and then that's what they do.
Are you talking about Steve and Veda and Aaron? Or are you talking about a different three people? Because, that fits them pretty well.
And I think they're going to continue to do that for as long as time goes on. I don't think that, again, I think you're giving them way too... They don't deserve the explanation that you're giving them. You really don't.
Yeah, probably.
That wasn't an explanation.
And,
that wasn't an explanation. That was barely even an excuse.
It's sad part is they'll keep doing it to other people, and I hate it. I hate to see all this because one day they're going to do this to somebody who can't handle it, and that's going to be pushed over the edge. And is that when it's going to be enough? Probably not. But
then maybe you should actually properly expose them with screenshots in a video, etc., 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 because that might actually be helpful, rather than this specific, unspecific, random people that are doing these random things to you allegedly. That are unimportant, but very important, but not important, but look at what a martyr I am.
I don't think anyone will come near that part of the platform anymore. I really don't. I think it's so toxic from 10,000 miles away that, it only attracts a certain element. The new people I'm seeing, like this newer person in the community we've been discussing so much lately.
Charla?
Who we're a magnet for now. And I shouldn't even say where. I'm not. Where, I don't
right.
know. Maybe I should.
Well, and also, I'm going to also say this. I care about Veda. She's my friend. One of my very close friends. And I do not give a crap if somebody doesn't like it. And it's okay. If you don't want to watch her and you don't like her, don't watch her. I promise she's fine with that. But people shouldn't go around punishing other people for who they hang around and who they watch.
Let them hang for a second.
Outspoken, and some people are not used to the way she does it, and that's okay too.
Yeah, the issue is not that she's outspoken. There are a lot of outspoken people on the internet. That's not the problem.
But I've gotten to know Veda. I've gotten to know her, and she is a good person.
Can you demonstrate that?
And this has nothing to do with the fight. Like, this is something I wanted to say before any of that happened.
She's stating that as a fact, not as an opinion. It's not I think she's a good person. It's that she is a good person. Can you demonstrate that for me?
Then that I didn't get to say last time when we were.
It's very vapid, yeah. We're almost done.
Thrown back at me too.
Well, it's good because now you didn't say it about the other person. Now,
well, the other person has been amazing to me too. I mean, she was there for me through so much. Things have been getting rocky a little here and there, but
But now, wait, but now you're gonna have to go back and say something even nicer about the other person.
Yeah, no, you see, you can't win because no matter what I say,
I'm doing that.
But then I don't want to get into exactly what happened.
Then why are you setting? If you know this is going to happen or you think it's going to happen, why are you instigating it? You didn't have to say anything.
That was yesterday. I think all that got put out yesterday. But I'm just
not.
The
the ball's in their court. Whatever happens in that particular disagreement is between those two people. Those two people, I think, well, at least one of them is still good as your friend. I don't know what the other one's doing. The other one seems really hurt, and I'm going to stay out of that. But I think that they need to read the room. They really need to read the room.
I'm going to stay out of that, but I'm going to give my advice anyway, even though I don't know what's going on, and I'm going to say that I'm staying out of it by publicly making statements about it and what my opinion is. That's not staying out of it, Moderate. You know that's not staying out of it. Come on.
And I'll leave it alone.
Right. I think there's hurt on both sides. I really do, and I understand that. So.
Not with one of them. Only with one of them is hurt, I think. The other one's like, fuck it, I got this.
Yeah, possibly so. And I don't know. I hate that anybody's hurt. You know how I feel about thinking about people being hurt, but especially people that I care about. But I just don't see how. I don't know. I I feel like it's
What
all
are they
getting put
talking
on me,
about? I
and
don't
it's
know.
it's hard because I didn't do exactly what somebody wanted me to do, and of course I knew I was going to get blamed by the trolls, whether anything would have been said to me or not. I knew they were going to say, "Oh, it's Megan's fault that they're fighting, and she caused it." Blah blah blah. I mean, somebody even said yesterday. One of the main trolls even said something so stupid like that Veda and I planned this to try to get rid of Sue as a mod. That is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever.
Okay, so now we're talking about Sue. Thank you. In August, they're talking about Sue. In August, that is the same Sue that Veda and Megan were fucking shitting on in this video in December. That's Aaron's mod. It only took them 20 minutes to drop the fucking name, so we knew what you were talking about. So Sue has her feelings hurt, and Veda doesn't give a shit, and people think that Veda and Megan were working together against Sue to get Sue pushed out of Aaron's moderator position. Okay. Great.
Her. I would never want her to not be a mod ever. That is dumb. You know, she's a good mod. I think she is amazing as a mod on that channel. I would never want that for her or for anybody. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
That's just stupid.
It is stupid.
You know, it's just you need a break. You need to turn. You do need to close the tab, I think, for there. But don't read anymore. If you read anything else that's stupid, put like some sunglasses on or something, so you don't lose any like brain cells or something.
Oh yeah, it's so dumb. It's all just it's too much. It really is. But yeah, no, exactly.
Do you know what welding? Do you have a welding helmet or welding goggles?
Doth the lady protest too much?
I went a welding helmet. What we need is a fun. Like our next live, we need to have fun and bring back.
Yeah, so Megan and Veda have been taking pot shots at Sue since at least August, if not longer, because this is August 9th. So if this is an ongoing issue like they're claiming it is, then potentially since July.
Act like that old feel, like when we used to all be in the chat together and have a good time. We need something like that where we're laughing and having a good time. That's what we need.
That would be fun. Maybe we might need that. I can't say we
imagine
don't need
that.
But I think for at least 3 days, you don't need to look at the internet unless you look at it through something you can look at any clips with. For real.
Eclipse.
Yeah. Just don't think you should look at the internet first.
A pinhole camera.
Just don't.
I agree, Tiffany. You know, I mean, I hate it because I know things will never be the same, but, you know, I don't know. It all sucks.
Can you put the screen like on your car and look at it from a window, you know, 3 or 4 stories up and use the internet like that for?
No.
You sure? All right.
No, but no, I've got I have the rest of my week is real kind of busy, pretty busy. I've got some stuff at Lily's
July,
school. I've got,
August, September,
work.
October,
got,
November, December.
And, oh God, there was
5 months.
Oh, there's a big birthday party that I'm taking Lily to on
Okay, I
Friday.
don't care about your fucking. I don't care about your birthday party. All right, let's move on to the next one. She's still got like 10 minutes to say dumb shit, but I think we've made our point here. There's no context. There's no clips. There's no screenshots. There's a video literally called screenshots, and there's not a single screenshot in that whole fucking video. Go figure. False advertising. I am a fool. We forgot to look at the comment section. We gotta look at the comment section, right? We have to. We gotta see who's in there. What do we got? 3 comments. Oh, well, that's easy. Oh, it's Steve. Oh, of course it's Steve. Replay crew, but I am listening while I sleep, so I'm assuming this is a good stream. Good night. Fucking Steve. I mean, you can clip that if you want. Go for it. Now's a good time to learn how to use the clipping. You know, I didn't know who to expect. I actually wasn't expecting any of them, to be honest. But of course, Steve's gotta shatter my expectations and just come in here swinging like he's... God damn it, Steve. While throwing underhanded or backhanded compliments. What is he, negging? Oh. We love the company. The company. The company. We love the company. The company. The company.